Hello everyone. What we'll be doing today is I have got a hat to knit because my mom's birthday is on Saturday. So, and she specifically requested a blue wave hat because she is a dyed-in-the-wool Democrat. Which I support, but I am a very liberal person, but she has her blinders on a little bit when it comes to it. Anyway, so I will make her a blue wave hat to wear on election day. But as I'm doing that, I'm just going to have this stream facing down, me knitting this hat. You can chat. I'll have my eye on that. And then I have what I'm watching up in the corner up here. So I'm going to be watching Brad's stream, so Pen Addict stream from yesterday afternoon. And so I've got the audio on, I think, such that you guys can hear it. Pretty sure anyway. So if you can't hear it, oh well, it's just in the corner. But that's what I'm listening to. You might be able to hear a little bit coming off the mic from my speakers to my mic, which is right here. But yeah, mainly just chill and knitting, and a lot of people seem to find watching people knit relaxing. I know I find watching people do art relaxing. So yeah, just enjoy. Minimize. Excellent.
Up again, and then I'll play some video games a little bit later. Hang on. Just gonna send out this tweet real quick. And then move chit chat. Sherry SLS. Thank you, Jesse, for saying that. And we're definitely going to talk about why this is necessary. I need it. I'm not going to lie, I'm doing this for selfish reasons, and I hope the rest of y'all need it too. Thanks, Dan. It's good to be home. It is good to be home. So, yeah, I am definitely doing this because I have not been in a good place since last night. So, let me send this tweet, then I will cry live on air for y'all. And I'm also doing this now, Jesse, so we don't cry tomorrow. When we podcast, even though that's never stopped me before. So I'm the worst at doing these tweets once we start, aren't I? I think there'd be an automated thing, and I'm sure there is. I'm just not missing it. BJH, it is the real Brad Downey, back from world travels. Almost there, gang. Glad y'all are joining me today. I think we all need a little breath, a little reboot, a little clarity. So, yeah. That should be my default tone. Alright, we got that. So, get my face off this other screen. Where we at? So, I didn't know if I was going to stream today, regardless of our good friend Jim Rouse's passing yesterday, but, I've been traveling. I've been gone for what seems like 2 weeks. It was about a week and a half or so. And Preppy Punk, we lost our buddy Jim Rouse, who works for Franklin Christoph. He's the nib meister, nib grinder, the nib guru, an all-around great dude. He passed away yesterday at the Miami Pen Show of a heart attack. So it's been a pretty down time for a lot of us, especially those who knew Jim really well. And, I you never know how to express yourself in these times. But talking to other people about it is always like the best way. So I had lots of texts last night, and I appreciate all y'all that reached out, and we had some good conversation. We shared some fun stories, and I think that's what's pretty clear about Jim is that we all have funny stories to share about him. And I think I think that's how as unfortunate as that he's gone, that he left such a positive influence on all of us. I think it's just testament to Jim. And I don't want to do this to have a big downer parade today on the Twitch, but I had a rough night last night. I cried my eyes out last night. Finally shut my phone off about 10 and just had to stop texting people. And then this morning I was just dazed out. I was like, I've got a review ready to go for the blog, but I just need to write a few words about Jim. It felt like the right thing to do, so I posted that this morning. I had shockingly few pictures of Jim handy. Like, there were some really good pictures online, and I scrolled through some of my years and years of Pen Show pictures, and I didn't have really any great ones. And until I scrolled a little bit further, I think the one I posted was from LA 2 years ago, if not 3. I think 2 years ago. I didn't double check the date, but I was like, I know I've shared a million pictures of Jim, and probably on Instagram or something like that, or in the Pen Addict newsletter. But I couldn't find any good ones. But there were a lot of good ones out there. If you check it out on Instagram, you'll see lots of tributes to Jim out there. Some really cool pics. I love Anna's pic of Jim in the bow tie. Like, he did that for, it was in Arkansas. He just did it, right? And that's what hurts so much about his loss. So I was pretty wrecked. Last night was bad. This morning I was just in the fog, right? I was just like, I'm gonna type this post, and it took me a while to type it up. I mean, it probably took me an hour, and I probably wrote 150, 200 words. It wasn't very big, but I wanted to put that out there and remember to them and get the word out. Joey, our good friend Joey Feldman, had just received some pins from Jim, as a matter of fact, and he took some pictures. He did a sketch out on Instagram. If anyone has that link, pop it in here in the channel. I'm sure you have to come up with that really quick. Really, really good. So, and today I was planning on catching up on all my work from being gone for so long. So this threw me for a loop, and I was able to get that post out, able to get 75% of my work done. Like, I got all the important stuff done. So that left me with my mind open for a little bit, and I didn't like where I was at, so I figured I would come over and stream and just at least talk to y'all, let y'all talk to me, tell stories about Jim. I love the stories that have been going around so far, about his coke habit, but the cola variety. We don't want to start those rumors. And Jessie, who's in the chat room, Jessica Coles, for those who don't know, she's going to be recording the podcast with me tomorrow while Mike's on his honeymoon, and we will this will post on Wednesday. But she and I now will have a little segment for Jim tomorrow on the podcast. And if you haven't listened to it, we interviewed Jim, the Atlanta Pen Show this year, and we got kind of his backstory, his start in pens, his humor came out in the video and the interview. So if you haven't listened to that, we'll put that link out right here. It was episode 303, and we'll have that in the show notes. By the way, Jesse, I did get your email about the approval to access that file. I don't know why it does that. It does that 100% of the time, but whatever. But yeah, it's been hard, Dan, to get things done today. So for me, talking to people helps. So I wanted to come do this. Like I said, this is purely selfish on my part. I've been in a bad mood all day. My whole family's home, and Tyler keeps asking me, you okay, Dad? I'm like, yeah, I'm okay. But I'm just kind of moving around. It's not the best look at home, and I'm short and snippy, but I try not to be. And about Jim. And once I get all this out, I got a few packages from when I was gone in England and in Tampa the last couple of days. We'll open them up. I got the new right pads and books and things like that. So yeah, Tony, I was happy to get the work done that I had to get done, so I could not any.
Sorry, I just want to move my little Linky Boo over to where people can actually see it. Because I just realized that that was like pointless.
Long project type stuff was not going to happen today. So I was short task after short task. I mean, that's not a joke on your height or anything, but I couldn't like commit to any like long project work today. So in the Slack last night, RoboJim reminded me of the metallic bigs that metallic big story that Jim gave us, and I forgot about that story. I just seen that Vic in my house the other day when I was moving some things around. It's like, oh, this is the gold Vic Jim gave me. But the story was that Jim had bought a bunch of them. They're not expensive. They're a couple $1 pens, but they're shiny. They're fully metallic painted big crystals, silver and gold. And I was looking at Jim Rouse's pens, and I said, oh, I like this silver one. He gets it out and hands it to RoboJim and says, here, enjoy this pen, don't give it to Brad. And he ended up giving me the gold, which is kind of funny, but that's just how Jim was. He was a smart ass, and we loved him all for it. And he always had a smile on his face. I don't know if anyone could ever tell us an angry Jim story, right? Hey friends, glad you're here. And yeah, I'm just chatting a little bit about our buddy. It's not going to be right. You see when we go. See, I'm like tearing up. I know it's fogging up my glasses. That's why we're talking. See me without glasses. Yeah, so I'm not looking forward to DC. It was going to be, busy and interesting to begin with, but man, second year in a row where we're going to, hey TJ, thanks. It's the second DC Pen show in a row where we're going to have to have something for someone we lost, and not that you don't, want to do that. You just hope you never have to. I hope we do something. At least I'm gonna have, I think we'll probably have a can of Coke on our table just to honor him. The entire show, and maybe that's something we can all do together as a community. Just get a can of Coke and put it on everyone's table, and just to show our respect for Jim and our thoughts about him, and that we're remembering him. Be kind of quick to put something together, but anything official for sure, especially the way that show's run. So we'll put a can of Coke on our table at knock, and maybe we can get others to do the same. Because you go look through the pictures on Instagram, there's a Coke can in pretty much everyone, even the ones I had. Like, I didn't have very many pictures, but I'll be damned if the picture I didn't have from 2 years ago, there's a Coke can sitting there right by his work. It's a tough day for all of us. This one hit me especially hard. I of course miss the heck out of Susie and her stories, but Susie was Susie, and she was a butterfly. Jim, I felt like a more personal connection, and he's just done so much for me personally. Watching him, hang out with my kid. He would rather hang out with the kids than any of us. Like, he loved all of us, and he loved cutting up with all of us. He'd rather hang out with my kids than any other kids. Like at the Raleigh Pen Show this year, it was hilarious. Like, he couldn't give a rip. That's why I made sure I wanted to point that out in my post this morning, because even if my kids weren't around, he was always going off to like his grandkids to do something. Like I know he wanted to keep his place in Birmingham, in Baltimore, even though he was working with Franklin Christoph in Raleigh, because his granddaughter lived there. Like he was such a family man and such a good dude. Like that's all he cared about is like grinding those nibs and seeing the kids. I mean, you gotta respect that. So, yeah, maybe we could. I mean, this Coke thing just hit me while we were sitting here. Maybe we can do that. Maybe we can, set that up. Buy a couple of cases. Well, more than a couple of cases. A lot of cases of Coke, and see if we can get everyone to put them on their table for Jim. That'd be cool. So I haven't talked to Scott yet. I'm gonna let let things settle down for him yet. I didn't get to talk to him yesterday, but we'll wait and see what the future holds. We're not. Not too worried about the business side of things right now. But, I'm sure Scott will be in touch, or I'll talk to him, once everything settles down a little bit. But it's a tough loss. It's a tough day for all of us. And, the only thing I know to do is to, oh man, yeah, TJ. We can get Sheriff Coke with Jim cans. That's got to be a regular one, right? They use pretty regular names for most of this. But yeah, the only way I know to get through this is to keep doing what we do. I talk to people. I talk about pens. I share funny stories. We talk about paper and ink. So I'm going to keep doing that. And, I was looking forward, once I kind of got my mind set this morning that this would be a good idea, I started looking forward to this time today because this helps me move past what happened yesterday. And, it was tough. Like, I'm not going to lie. Y'all know I'm a crier. It was not really good. It was not pretty at the Dowdy household last night. Because when I cry, my kids start crying, and it's like, they just spent time with Jim like a few weeks ago. So, yeah, but hey, it's weird saying that he died, doing what he loved the most, but it's kind of, it felt kind of right. I mean, you don't ever wish that on anyone, but I mean, he was right there at the Miami Pen show, and unfortunately he passed yesterday. But I mean, he was around good people, and he was around his friends, and his son lives down there. That's why he went to the show. Franklin Christoph wasn't even there. He just went on his own personal time and brought his personal collection there, and he was happy. You see all the pictures from him. He's always got a smile. I'll see those pictures. So if y'all dig through, your old Pen show photo feeds and come up with pictures, just keep posting them. I want to see them all because I was shockingly short in gym pictures. That's interesting, TJ. Alright, I'm going to keep that in mind. Oh, that's cool. Let me get this window open and another browser there. So, see what we can do. Maybe I'll talk to Scott before DC, but I mean, what are we, 2 weeks away? So I don't know what we can swing, but regardless, I know, maybe in Philly next year, that's the Franklin Christoph Run show. So maybe they can, maybe we can all do something pretty cool there. Like a big send off for Jim, or maybe Baltimore since that was his hometown. But I'm open to suggestions, but I don't think it would be, I think it's hard to beat, a can of Coke on the table. It's so simple, but it's so telling. Yeah, so, anyway, we can keep talking about Jim and keep telling stories. I don't have actually a lot of Jim stories because it was 100% story time whenever you were around him. Like, it was all a story. Like, I can't even remember, like, the specifics. I do remember, which I've told this story, on the show when we were in Baltimore this year. He went to dinner with a group of us. There was probably 8 or 10 of us going to dinner, and we walked out, and it was freezing cold that night because the wind was blowing. This was when they had that storm in Baltimore, and the wind was blowing probably 30 plus. just like through the streets of downtown Baltimore, and that was light.
Be right back. I just gotta go do a thing real quick. Hey.
Compared to some of the areas, and we were all freezing, and we're just walking in the downtown area. Like the traffic was busy. It was in the evening after, I think it was Saturday night, and we were walking to dinner, and we're heading to this place that was maybe 3-4 blocks away. And we walk across the street, and in Baltimore, part of the downtown area has a trolley area. So, excuse me. Part of the, there's some train tracks, and we're all going across the street, and Jim eats it. Like, foot, yeah, Tony, you were there for that? Jim, I can't even remember right now. Jim's foot gets stuck in the train track, essentially, and he eats it. I mean, he just falls, wipes, rolls out. Oh yeah, that's right, because Dan and you were there, because I remember Dan was right on the side of him when he started rolling towards traffic, and I had to stop him from rolling out into the traffic area. So Jim eats it. We're all worried about him, and he didn't look like it was a hard fall, like on his shoulder. We thought maybe he dislocated his shoulder. It was ugly, and so he gets up and he says, I'm fine. He carries on to dinner, and we go down to the place. And this doesn't have anything to do with the story, but the funny part about it is the place we picked out was absolutely zoo-packed because the Kid Rock concert was in town. So we had to turn around and go find another restaurant because we picked like this sports bar-y type place, and we couldn't even get close to the door. So we turn around and go eat dinner at the other place. Jim's fine. He's eating dinner with us, drinking his Coke, whatever. And we go home. Back to the hotel that night, get up to the show the next day, and we of course all want to check on Jim, and we ask him how he's doing, and you can tell he's a little bit hurt. Like he's like, oh, I'm sore, but I'm okay, nothing bad, whatever. And we let him go. I know he didn't have the best day, like he was popping Advil and whatever, but we all just thought he was sore. So we all leave the show, go on to our next thing, and come to find out, he goes to the doctor when he gets home, and he'd broken like 2 ribs or something like that. And we're like, how do, if that was me, I'd be in the fetal position, like crying in my bedroom, or something like that. But Jim was just like, he's like, oh, I'm okay. He's like, just toughing it out, and that was like Jim in a nutshell. He sat there, worked all day Sunday, grinding nibs for everyone that came to the Franklin Christoph table with like broken ribs, because that's what he does. So it's crazy. I mean, that's Jim in a nutshell. He's definitely gonna do everything he can for everyone else before himself first. So it sucks. It flat out sucks, but a lot of us are gonna miss him. I know I'm gonna miss that guy. And it's weird, like going to DC gym. Like, I don't even want to go now. Honestly, it's dumb to say that. Like, we'll go, we'll have fun, but it's not going to be the same. You know, it's going to be the first show without Jim, and it's going to be so soon. So soon after his passing. It's like only 2 weeks away. So, it's going to be rough. So, any more Jim questions? I think, you know, I could babble all day, and, you know, I'd be happy to talk about Jim all day, but, you know, I figure we can have a little bit of fun here, see what I got in the mail while I was gone. See if we have anyone want any trip report, action from, from my recent adventures. Oh, thanks, Sarah. Yeah, you're right. It'll be nice to be around everyone here in Jim, and we'll all sit at the bar, reminiscing, about everything we did. I imagine there'll be plenty of stories from that, and I won't be able to repeat, which are that's why you go to Pen shows, right? And so let me mention one thing. We'll get into the trip report after this, but when you go to a Pen show, don't be shy. You know, take a picture with Jim. You know, you never know when you're going to get your last picture. You know, I hate to say it that way, but, you know, give your friends a hug, take your pictures, chat with people. Everyone's open and nice. You know, they're never going to be coffee to parents. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. That's really great. You know, people, you know, that I see at every show, you know, sometimes you take that for granted. And I don't ever want to do that. You know, I don't want to take anything for granted. You know, life's too short, as we found out this weekend. And, you know, I don't want this to keep happening. You know, none of us do, but, you know, let's just all be thankful for each other and that we can do this. So yeah, take advantage of when you go to a Pen show, say hi to people, and you know, thank them for what they do, and hang out with them. You know, go to dinner, share a drink, and just have fun and make good memories. So you know, the unfortunate event of something like this, we have a lot of great things to talk about, just like with Jim. So we'll leave it at that for now with Jim, and let's talk about London. So, I didn't get to any pen stores or stationery stores. We were so busy the whole time. We were walking to dinner one night. And sidebar, I'll get to the pen store we passed. Apple Maps is horrible in London. Apple Maps is generally worse than Google Maps, I find anyway. I use Google Maps mostly, but I have my Apple Watch on. And I'd like to, oh yeah, that was a bad idea, TJ. I would like to use my Apple Maps on my phone, set my destination, have my watch, tell me how to turn. Apple Maps is not like London, it's not like tall buildings, it's not like abnormal streets, you know, London streets are like this, you know, they're just all, you know, it's not like New Street, it's not a grid system, put it that way, to say the least. And Apple Maps cannot handle it. So I don't even think I was supposed to pass this one pen store. So it was called the Pen Shop, and it was in the middle of downtown. And hey, Emil, good to see you. Can you see me wave, Emil? So that was for you, even though you can't hear me. You don't know that I'm talking to you. But so we passed the store. It was late at night. Everything was already booked.
You're telling me I can't All I wanted to do was friend people.
And actually, my wife saw it first. She was like, "Look, there's the pen shop." And we go over, and it was about like everything in London. It was pretty small. It was probably like a 300-400 square foot store, and it looked like it was just like your stock, whatever main product lines you can get. Your stock Lonnies. They had Grand Dash and then the Montegrappa, some Mont Blancs, very all your standards. So I didn't make the effort to go back and see it because it didn't look like it was, anything. If I would have gone by it again, I of course would have gone in there and seen if they had more. But it didn't look like from the window view that'd be worth making a special trip to. I did pass some of the basic office supply stores or generic, almost gonna be like the WH Smith is just almost like a general type store. I didn't bother going there. Ryan it's an office supply store. I didn't bother going there. I saw plenty of Mont Blancs, various counters, especially at the airports. You're gonna get a Mont Blanc counter or two. But I didn't get to the Harris wine writing department. I was asked about that. We didn't make it over there except in a car. We passed Harris going to the airport and going from the airport. So we passed Harris twice, but it wasn't down. So I wanted to make it to President Correct, which looks like a really, really neat specialty stationery store. If you follow me online, I'm always retweeting their stuff or sharing their posts and things like that. They do some really cool stuff. But it's way out of town and mostly in a direction we were never going. It was way north of town, and we were either going, far. We were all the way on the east side of town, and most of our activities were west and wester, and south a little bit. So we never made it to that area of town. But the trip as a whole was pretty nuts. Like, I can't go back again because no, I'll talk about that too. I can't go back to London again because we're never going to be able to have a better trip than we just had. It was the most crazy setup, of conference and dates you can imagine. We had Mike's wedding, which set our schedule, right? We knew when Mike's wedding was, so we planned on staying after to be tourists around town. Well, we found out Monday, so Mike's wedding was Saturday. We touristed on Sunday, and we touristed more on Monday, and we were riding around in one of the bus tours Monday, and it was narrated, if you will. They had someone on a microphone, and they said, "Oh, and the Queen will be at Buckingham Palace tomorrow for the Royal Air Force 100th anniversary parade and flyover." So we were planning on going to some museums, and we're like, forget that. We're going to go see the Queen. So we actually got to see the Queen. We actually got to see pretty much the entire royal family: William and Kate, Harry and Meghan, Charles and Camilla. They were all there for this, really big deal flyover for the RAF 100th anniversary. So that was cool. Got to see the Queen. So said, hey. She did not have the Lamy ink cartridges that Mike said he was going to deliver to her, because I saw Mike twice after the wedding, and neither time he remembered to bring them. He never did remember to bring them to me, so he's going to get them to me later on. But and then the next day we decided let's just take a shot at Wimbledon. We've been reading up for weeks how you can get like a grounds pass on Wimbledon, and so we risked it and went out there. We queued up for about 3 hours, which was apparently pretty good, to get on the grounds at Wimbledon, and it was quarterfinals day. So there were some big matches that day. We got on the ground, saw some doubles action early. Choo-choo train. I knew the train gif for when the train comes by the house. Choo-choo. Maybe Samuel L. Jackson riding in the back of it. Choo-choos. So we got on to Wimbledon. You don't have to. There's a certain amount of grounds passes they allow each day, and it turned out that day was England's semifinal match in the World Cup. So the crowds were lighter at Wimbledon, and they left early. So you can get return tickets at Wimbledon, what they do is when you leave the grounds, if you had the only courts that are ticketed are center court, court 1, and court 2, where all the big matches are played. Those are pre-ticketed. And when people leave those matches or leave those courts, it's their seat for the entire day. No matter how many matches there are on a court, that's their seat for the entire day. So when those people leave, which a lot of people did for the football match, Wimbledon scans their tickets, returns them to the pool, and then you can buy those tickets at a massive discount, and that extra money goes to charity. So we got court 1 tickets after we're already on the grounds for £10, and got to sit on court 1, which is one of the stadiums there, and it was fantastic. We got to see a 5-set Roger Federer match, which he eventually lost 13-11 in the 5th. We got to see John Isner, which is who I wanted to see because he went to the University of Georgia here near about where I live, and he's kind of a unique character in the tennis world that he's 6'10". You don't see guys that big playing tennis very often, and so it was kind of cool. I definitely got sunburned. It was sunny in England all week long, so it was just kind of a crazy trip. Like, we got to see all the tourist sites that you would imagine, and yeah, it was wild. And then, being the genius that I am, the only thing, my son, for his birthday a few months ago, asked to go to Guardian Con, which, if y'all haven't seen me talk about it before, it's a video game conference with a bunch of streamers, and it's a bunch of streamers I watch, and therefore he watches, and he's really into all of those. Thank you, Tony, for hanging out. We need to work on those moderation messages. We'll work on that. So, Guardian Con's only a 2-day event, Friday and Saturday. So I landed from London. I got home from London 7:30 Thursday night, and was in a car 4:30 Friday morning.
Oh, God.
With my son driving to Tampa, Florida.
Brad, why?
So,
bad decision.
I wanted to go. It was for his birthday, so I made it happen. And I actually did okay. Like, I wasn't too tired. We were definitely more wrecked flying over to London than the return trip. The return trip was much easier to get back into a normal schedule. So that was good. So me and Tyler hung out in a convention center with a bunch of video game nerds for Friday and Saturday. Came home yesterday afternoon, and it was crazy, Sandra, but it was totally worth it. Like, I had a blast. He didn't stop talking all weekend about how, like, this is the best thing he's ever done, and so hearing him say that made it worth it. Michael J, thank you so much, buddy. I appreciate that. All these Twitch Prime subs, I gotta get these emotes set, so we can have some cool stuff in the chat room. I'm gonna do that soon. I've already been talking to someone who's gonna make that happen. So we'll talk about that in just 2 seconds. Coffee, 2 theorems. Woo! Eric Falconer, thanks so much. So yeah, y'all be talking about what kind of emotes we want. I think the first one, we got to do like a Pen Addict logo emote. Then after that, I think it's like fair game for like some fun stuff we can slam in the chat. We'll definitely get some pen stuff. Thank you, Sarah, for the follow. Appreciate it. And hey, since she's here, I'm gonna embarrass her. Man, she hooked me up so much. Her and Jeff and Susan, they made it so I could vanish for pretty much 2 weeks off the Pen Addict site and keep all the content flowing. So Sarah's the best. Oh, a scribble pen or a Visionaire. Yeah, we gotta have some some mock emotes here. I'm gonna grab my pad and write this down. So yeah, I'm already talking to someone to make some emotes because I'm terrible at like graphic design stuff. That is not my forte. Although emotes shouldn't be that hard, I could probably play around with it and figure it out. So yeah, we need scribble. Oh, calligraphy nut, I appreciate it. Thanks so much. And if y'all aren't familiar, I do want to give this shout out to the Twitch Prime. If you have Amazon Prime, you get a free Twitch sub once a month, every month, as long as you're an Amazon Prime member. So you can actually give me your Twitch Prime sub, subscribe to this channel. I'm going to start making some cool stuff for all the subscribers to this channel very soon. I wanted to get past this trip, and now we're going to be streaming a lot more regularly. All right, so then we can talk about this pen real quick. So before and yeah, definitely read whistles. That's for sure. So I'm working on that. So before and after this trip, I actually finished up this morning. I cleaned out every single fountain pen I own, except for one. Oh, cucumbers, case cucumbers. That's a good one. So in doing that, I am rebooting what I carry, and yeah, I need to do that. Like that area is just totally blank. Yes. So Dan, this will tell you everything you need to know what I think about this pen. I cleaned probably 20 to 25 pens, fountain pens, from a 110 ink, and it was the Sailor Ocean I bought from Mr. Dan Smith with my sexy stub MF nib. We definitely need some nib puns and some pen puns. No pen islands though for the emotes. That will not be in here. This is a PG stream, even though I slip up every now and then. So that tells you everything I think about this pen. I left all my pens out to dry. I should take a picture of them. It's kind of crazy that I left them all out, but I was kind of in a rush and didn't really want to deal with it. So I'm going to go through. Now's probably the time of year that I will figure out which pens I want to sell. It's been probably almost 2 years, at least a year and a half since I've sold off some of my collection. So I need a thinning of the herd very, very soon. It's getting to be a little bit too much. I bought a lot of pens this year, and that's okay, but I need to move on from some of the pens I'm not using, rehome them, get them into good hands, people who will enjoy them more than they're getting enjoyed right now. All right, Sarah, thanks. I'll talk to you soon. Thank you so much for everything. How many pens do I have? I mean, fountain pens, regular pens. I mean, I have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of pens in general. In the overarching pen category, fountain pens, it's got to be 200 plus at this point. I need to count. It's pretty bad, and I don't use the majority of them, which is something I preach against. So that's not the place I want to be right now. So I'm going to look at selling a good quantity of pens here coming up, probably this fall. You know, I'm not going to have time to get my pens sorted before DC, but sometime late August into September into the fall. Sorry, I thought I turned off all my phone and stuff. And sell some pens. So yeah, I'll do that. So I don't know. Since I had so many of my favorites inked up, like I had my custom 823, I had my favorite Nakaya. I had my Sailor King of Pen. I had all these great pens inked up, like all of my favorites. You know, my Poly Custom 912. I'm gonna have to figure out which pens I want to use, because I don't want to re-ink any of the batch that I just cleaned up, except for maybe one. I haven't spent enough time with my Conid. That's one of my newest pens, the Orange Monarch Minimalistica. I haven't spent enough time with that pen. So I will probably re-ink that one up, and I'll have this one up, inked up, and I think I might pick one more. I think we might do like a lookout-sized loadout, which is 3 pens. Keep them consistent in that. So stop buying when you got a pen you really like. Montblanc 149 broke my addiction a bit. That's a great pen. It's like I have one. I haven't inked up in a while, but I always enjoy it when I use it. So like that's a pen I probably haven't inked up in a year. That's also not a pen I'll sell either, right? That's a pen. I make this excuse, this is the personal excuse I use, that I want to have some pens for reference purposes. That's a reference pen for the size and the nib. Well, a lot of people refer to that pen and measure it up against that pen. So that's a pen, even if I don't use it as much as the majority of my other pens, that's a pen I will keep for reference purposes. That was actually the pen we used to size all of the Nopco slots. So I think I paid 300, somewhere between 3 and 350 for my 149 used. I bought 2 pens from this person. I got a really good deal on it, so I kind of couldn't turn it down. It was one of those, I was never going to buy full price new. I never saw myself doing that when I got the opportunity to buy one. But yeah, like in that price range, there's so many of those pens. Every year, there's just countless number of those pens. If you shop around a lot, Corinne, thank you so much for the Twitch Prime sub. I really appreciate it. This stuff is awesome. This is going to help. This gets me motivated to do even more on Twitch. Just to hang out and talk, you know? It's just like cool. Hey, Reed Whistles, thank you so much. It's cool because, you know, when you do the cheers and the bits, that little thing stays up there, you know, even when, like, I'm not live on the channel. It's always it always stays up there, so it's cool to see your name up there. I do that. I even do that from time to time. So so I haven't had this computer on for all kinds of stuff, so probably not now. Get rid of that alert. So what was I saying? Oh, the 149. You don't get impatient if you're shopping for a 149. Just let it come to you. You'll have an opportunity to get one in that $300 range. I think that's pretty common for, like, and it's like, I don't care about, like, I didn't have box or papers with mine. I don't care. Like, I'm not gonna resell it, you know. I don't need the, you know, I'm pretty sure it's not fake. You know, I bought it from someone who I trust and respect. So, no, I get this question all the time. So it's the Zojirushi mug. I need a Zojirushi sponsorship. Evan Max, thank you so much, buddy. I need a Zojirushi sponsorship. Zojirushi. It's the best coffee mug on the planet. I mean, I've had people buy them after my recommendation, and they're like, "You were right." And like, that's not something I need to brag about. And I got this tip from Jerica, who's normally in the chat this time of day. She gave me this, and she was right. I tell her all the time. So,
Yeah.
This is coffee from 7 o'clock this morning. It's still fire hot. So, it's hey, Punky the game. So Punky was down in Guardian Con with me. I didn't see you on day 2, Casey. Where were you? I'll type it in the chat room. So they're known for their rice pressure cookers, and then they morphed out into other products, and this is one of the best products they make. So it's not cheap. It's between like $25 and $30 on Amazon, but I've never had a coffee mug or thermos like it that holds that up. Oh, nice. That was cool. I kept hearing the cheers from over there. So yeah, so Casey was down there. We had fun checking out all the Destiny fans. We had a really good time, Casey. Me and my son just had a blast the whole time. He's a new Realm Royale fan. After that trip, we played that a bunch. And I'm even more of a Destiny fan than I was after this trip. So I'm actually going to play some Destiny later on this afternoon. Once we're done with this stream. Schmeblin, did you get a green one to match your car? I don't think they make green ones yet. Yeah, I'm gonna stream Destiny when I play later. I got a new stuff. Oh, cool. I saw the blue one. That was cool. Boo, thank you so much, man. That is awesome. Yeah, thank you for the bits. That's so hot.
Pouring some more tea.
I have that too. I have all kinds of things. I have all kinds of bells and whistles I have to integrate with Twitch. Now that I'm kind of back after my big trip. Like, I wanted to get the affiliate stuff. 150, thanks, BJ. Yeah, okay. I like this. I wanted to make affiliate before I left on this trip, so I did that. I nailed this goal. And now, after this trip, it's time to step it up. So I'm really going to start doing more on Twitch. It's fun. It's cathartic. It's stuff I'm doing half the time anyway, and I figured I can just broadcast it. My wife says we need to get different pictures in the background over here, so maybe get some Joey Feldman artwork, up here and replace whatever these urns are for that. Get maybe I'll get a green screen up and we can put just like stupid stuff in the back. What TJ? You're not picking the Twitch Daddy anymore. TJ's been streaming MLB The Show. I wanted to go get in on some of that HR Derby action last night, but I didn't swing it. Yeah, I'll be playing the show. I'll be playing Destiny. That's pretty much Freeman. Look at you with the bits. Man, you're a beast. Yeah, so I can't wait to watch Freddie Freeman tonight tear things up in the home run derby. I was actually shocked that he was in the home run derby. He's in line for the MVP this year. If he keeps it up.
Oh no, I messed up somewhere. This is what I get for making my chart inverse of the actual colors. Like the dark in the chart is the white in the knitting, and the white in the chart is the blue in the knitting. Terrible decision on my part. Very confusing.
A lot of Destiny. I will stream some MLB The Show, and then I'll probably pick up some new games later in the fall. Nothing else really speaks to me right now. I don't like the battle royale games that much. I might play Realm. My son likes it. He wants me to start playing it, and I'll probably just wait till the fall. Like I'm not like Warframe was at Guardian Con, and I don't need another time. I don't have enough time to play more than one Destiny game. See, that's the thing. I don't know, TJ. I'm threatening, but I probably won't. Because Destiny will, the next year will launch in September. There'll be a lot to do, so I only have one hardcore grindy game I can do at a time. I'll probably wait until next year. A game that was super fun for Destiny. I can see myself playing it all the time. So, we'll see. Alright. I've rambled enough. Let's do an unboxing. I don't have much on this trip, which is good. That's good for my pocketbook. Yeah, I played. We got in line first thing. Saturday morning. Schmeblin, thanks so much. Love you. You're the best. Yeah, I don't know the divisions. So we got in line first thing. I got in line first thing Saturday morning. Casey, we got in there in about an hour and a half. I really enjoyed it. I played one match and Tyler played one match. As you can tell, we went over 2 or else we would have had a third match. Alright, first package here. This is from Right Notepads. Tony with the 1,000 Bitteroonies. Look at that, it's even like a fancy color, like an emerald. You're the man. Tony. Thank you so much. Tony, that's his mod payment for the week, since he gets the extra extra mod buttons. So Tony's the one mod so far on this channel. If we need more mods, we'll institute some more mods. Hopefully we won't need mods very much on this channel, but I figure Tony's around and given everything else better to do. But man, that's awesome. Thanks, dude. Yeah, so he gets all the extra. He gets the sword badge. Now he's got all the fancy badges. All right. Right Notepads, the Lawn Edition. How cool are these?
Ooh.
Like, I'm not gonna lie. These are legit cool. It's simple, but what Chris does is make simple pretty amazing. He did something interesting here. So, this is my first time grabbing them. Oh. Let me allow that message too. I don't know why that got held. BJH. Oh, probably because you said WTF. What if we start arguing about the definition of Grail pen? This place can get out of hand quickly. I don't think so, because I think we all understand their different definitions of Grail pen. So I don't know that it would get out of hand, and I don't know that even I have. Love you, Tony. Thanks so much. I hope this helped. I know it wasn't a great day yesterday and this morning. It was a long night mornings, but I hope this helped a little bit, a little cathartic, just hang out and be nonsensical for a while. Thanks, bud. Alright, sorry, those extra sounds I know are loud while in the stream, so I apologize. So, what Chris did with these notebooks, as Chris Roth with Write Notepads. I like how he took the belly band. Like, it's little things really get me. Like, I noticed this before I even opened it, and I was like, oh, I want to open it because I want to see what he did. Instead of doing the standard belly band around the book, either and glue tacking it on the back, he just made like a folded band around all 3 notebooks.
I need to subscribe to Write Notepads, man. They just do such cool stuff. I've loved the last 3 versions.
That goes on the grass, so you can have a picnic here. So again, this is the Lawn Summer 2018 edition. Belly band is thick. It's a good belly band. Chris only uses the best papers. Chris, let me tell you something about Chris. I mean, there's lots of things about Chris, but let me tell you one particular thing. The boob, I owe you lunch when I come up there. I'm coming up Wednesday. You gonna be around Wednesday? I'll be up to the knock shop Wednesday. So Chris takes his craft as serious as anyone I've ever talked to before in my life. The give a damn he has about the products he puts out is off the chart. Like, I'll put that above the camera. That's how high it is. So I respect the people who have a lot of give a damn, and Chris does. So, you know, I was going to buy these green notebooks. So what's cool about them is the cover's a blank canvas, and there's a reason for that. So there was a reason for that. It's supposed to have stickers. I ordered my stickers. Where are my stickers? I thought I had the little stickers. I got a Write Pad sticker. That's not what I want to stick on there. What am I missing? Oh, there they are. Shoo! There's my stickers. Sorry, I thought they were missing there for a second. See, this is a legit unboxing. I had no clue for this stuff up. Yeah, please do. I'll be up there in the morning, ish. 9, 10 o'clock in the morning. Let me know. I'll be around though. I mean, we got a bunch to do on Wednesday. So each 3-pack comes with a set of stickers that you can put on your lawn. So I can add like the garden gnome to my lawn, the lawn chair, and flamingos. So let's go ahead and set this one up. So we need a lawn chair for sure. Let's see, we need a lawn chair somewhere up here. We absolutely have pink flamingo. Pink. Alright, I'm going to do a poll up here. Alright, where's my poll button? Where it is? We're going to do a poll. Alright, y'all ready for this? Let's see. Lawn ornaments. Option number 1, flamingo. I cracked myself up. Option number 2, garden gnome. I needed this today, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. I needed to let loose a little bit. So, we're gonna have a lawn ornament poll coming up here. Let's get this going. So, what you can do, we're gonna vote for your favorite lawn ornament. We're gonna go flamingo or garden gnome, and whichever one wins, we'll go on my lawn chair. So you do exclamation point vote, then the number, Casey. So do the number. So bang vote 0 or bang vote 1. Bang vote space. Yep, just like those. Yep, there you go. So we'll run this for about 5 minutes or so. And yeah, there's only one beer sticker on here, so the beer sticker is definitely going on, and that goes next to the lawn chair, right? Like,
oh geez, what just happened?
Goes next to the lawn chair.
There we are.
Because why flamingos for Baltimore? Is that a thing? You have to be able to reach the beer from the lawn chair, so yeah, that's super important right there. So then we're gonna pick. Like, I have lots of flamingos, but only one gnome. So we're gonna pick. Get that gnome drunk. So one of these is gonna be joining us on the lawn of my Write Notepads. So the interior of these books is lined. not my favorite. But you know what? Chris is making these notebooks for me. He's making these notebooks to sell for his company. So line's not my favorite, but I'll use them because it's this nice green line, traditional double line top, gold staples, which are very pretty. Goes with the lawn well. Get that gnome drunk. So let's have a few pens and pencils here. Let's test these out. I need another drink though. Okay. Oh, really? John Waters? Is John Waters from Baltimore? I did not know that. I should know that. Oh, what is this from Right Notepads? Oh, Fort McHenry. Big Baltimore landmark. You get this nice little card in there with the Right Notepad swag. Alright. I thought I left a entire thing of pens. Okay, cool, Evan. I did not know that. Alright, everyone got their vote in. Let's keep voting here. Keep it up for 3 more minutes. I'll keep it up until 3 o'clock. So, okay, bang vote 0 for Flamingo. Bang vote.
So what's funny is I must have started this basically at the same time, like clockwise, as Brad streamed it. Like basically he did it PM on Monday and I'm watching it AM on Wednesday because he said, oh, we'll stop it at 3 o'clock. And it was almost 3 a.m. Off by about like 15 minutes, but that's funny.
One for Garden Gnome. And I'm going to test these papers out. So with Chris's paper, he makes some really good fountain friendly paper and some really good pencil friendly paper. And kind of not in between. I don't know which one this is. Like some of his stuff I've used has been only good, like some of the older stuff has been only good for pencil, ballpoint, not so much for water-based things like fountain pen. So we're going to test this out. Some of the newer stuff has been killer for fountain pens. So this is my Sailor. Oh yeah, this is nice. And I should have done this on the back page, but that's okay. I always do my ink testing and sampling of notebooks on the back page, but we're just going for the front this time. Who cares? Near Ocean. MF stub. That should be another emote.
Done with this. This is actually sport weight, but I was like, well, DK, and I was like, good enough. It's just contrast color.
Before I went on my trip and
Can move my chart. Now I'm just going until I hit 6 inches.
So this notebook, 100% awesome for fountain pens. So we'll still work on that top down, but no feathering at all, no bleed at all, no ghosting at all. Nailed it. Perfect for fountain pens. It's really, really great. So let's try a big ol', I have a Retro 51 play ball here I keep on the desk. So you know these Schmitz are wet. Let's see this. Man, this paper's good. This paper is good. This has...
I'm gonna buy these. I know I am.
Nothing to it. Yeah,
I don't need them, but I'm gonna buy them.
6 episodes in on the flight back. It's been really, really good. We were so interested in all the lineage, especially for like the last 200 years, you know, of the monarchy over there. It's just fascinating and dirty. Like they needed a show made after them because man, they are all dirty, rotten scoundrels, all of them. But that's cool. It makes for good TV. So this Schmidt refill is doing great. So this is the P8127, which is the wider one, which I'll normally switch out to 8126s, but some I keep. It's great. No feather, no bleed. I will tell you why I don't like stone paper, Bob Oswald. I'm glad you asked. Stone paper has give into it. It is a paper to where you write with a fountain pen. This is with a fountain pen. With other pens, it's okay. With a fountain pen, you can feel almost like a middle layer of the paper as you write. So it's like a squish. You can't see it. It doesn't look any different or thicker than this paper, but you feel it when you write. And the ink gets down into it. So there's an ink soaking up that happens when you use a liquid ink pen with stone paper. And the writing experience is uncomfortable. It doesn't have anything to do with like the smoothness or grit or anything like that. All of that's fine. But there's a feel that's unlike any other pen, like you're writing almost like on a sponge paper, even though it looks completely normal to the naked eye. And the ink gets caught up in that layering of the paper. So it just does not work with fountain pens at all. With other pens, it's fine. You know, no problem with ballpoint, gel, rollerball, whatever, pencil. Pencil's fine. It just doesn't play nice with fountain pens, and it's a little bit creepy feeling. So, all right, let's try Copic marker. If that Retro 51 Schmidt worked, this Copic's gonna work well. Yeah. Love this pen. So, you know, I'd like the stone paper to be better, but it's a little bit strange and does not work as well. Oh, I need to end the poll. I don't even have it pulled up. Oh my gosh.
Brad, fail at technology.
Oh my gosh. So there we go. Poll closed. Winning option, Garden Gnome. 9-7, Garden Gnome. Alright, so Garden Gnome's going on the notebook. What am I going to do with all these flamingos now, guys? I only have one Garden Gnome. But, you know, if I only have one Garden Gnome, and I'm one lawn chair and one beer, they should get these. So maybe one of the other notebooks gets all the flamingos, and then one stays blank. That sounds like a plan to me. We're going to stick them all up right now. I think that sounds like a good plan. So one with the single stickers, which is lawn chair, beer, and let's go ahead and get our gnome on here. Alright, lawn chair, beer. We gotta put gnome down in the corner. Like, he doesn't get to hang with me and my beer because he's a little creepy. So he's gonna stay in the corner down there. And maybe he'll like waddle up when I'm not looking, grab a sip, sit in my chair, and waddle back down on there. So yeah, he's gonna work for that beer. His short leg is gonna take him a while. I might kill all 6 before he even gets up there. So Copic marker works great. Paper in these is straight up killer. So highly recommended. Like I didn't even know going into it what this paper's gonna be like. So alright, so we'll keep a blank one. So we have all the grass. This is the freshly mowed lawn version. This is the Brad in the summertime version. And this is the neighbor you're gonna hate version once I get all the flamingos on there. So that's the 3 versions of this notepad that we got. So let me stick a few on here. They're all going on the front cover too. Back covers for losers. Alright. I need to clip this part of the stream for Chris and send it over to him. He'd probably ask me if I was drinking, but not yet, buddy, not yet. One note on Chris and beer.
Sorry, I had to clip this for Brad.
Once I get all the flamingos on there. So that's the 3 versions of this notepad. Like it's gonna take him a while. I might kill all 6 before he even gets up there. So Copic marker works great. Paper in these is straight up killer. So highly recommended. Like I didn't even know going into it what this paper's gonna be like. So alright, so we'll keep a blank one. So we have all paper's gonna be like. So alright, so we'll keep a blank one. We'll keep a blank one. Alright, so we'll keep a blank one. So we have all the grass. This is the freshly mowed lawn version. This is the Brad in the summertime version. And this is the neighbor you're gonna hate version once I get all the flamingos on there. So that's the 3 versions of this notepad that we got. So let me stick a few on here. They're all going on the front cover too. Back covers for losers. Alright, so we'll keep a blank one. Let me stick a few on here. They're all going on the front cover too. back covers for losers. Alright, so
I'm trying to decide on a good title for this. Trying to remember how exactly. They still have the Sakura in stock.
we'll keep a blank one. So we have all the grass. This is the freshly mowed lawn version. This is the rad in the summertime version. And this is the neighbor you're gonna hate version once I get off the makeup. So that's the three versions of this like that. So let me stick two in here. They're all going on the front cover too. Back covers for losers. Alright, so keep a blank one. So we have all the grass. This is the freshly mowed lawn version. This is the rad in the summertime version. And this is the neighbor you're gonna hate version once I get off the makeup.
Okay, cool. I apologize to whoever else is watching that this is clearly very boring. Okay, cool. Back to the knitting.
He did, what was the boxing edition he did last year? Goldfield? No, not boxing, the Goldfield. He did those soda chips. Or good for one free drink, and people who had him at the Baltimore Pen Show brought him those chips, and he paid out the drinks.
Oh no, what did I do? I broke the thing. I broke it.
Need to send this, clip this.
There we go.
For Chris and send it over to him. He probably asked me if I was drinking. Not yet, buddy. One note on Chris and beer. When he did, what was the boxing edition he did last year? I'm totally Goldfield? No, not the boxing, the Goldfield. He did those poker chips. Or good for one free drink, and people who had him at the Baltimore Pen Show brought him those chips, and he paid out the drinks he was carrying around. He was carrying around 6 packs of Coors Light, of all things, all weekend, and people would bring him up the chip, and he would give him a beer out of the grocery bag. It was very funny. All right, last one. All right, so there we go. Anyway, my hard work. I gotta use the whole thing over here because a little chart. So use all the stickers for this edition. Artwork by Armadar1 on Twitter. On Instagram. Alright, so here's the official Brad Summertime edition. Alright, lawn chair, beer, gardening. Here's your Crazy Neighbor edition. You're writing the HOA about saying, hey, we have a lawn for bingo limit based on my HOA documentation. I need you to take care of this, please. Stat. There's 7 in my neighbor's yard. We're limited. So it's that edition. And then we have blank. Glorious blank. We'll keep that maybe draw out later. Something like that. So pretty sweet. The lawn edition from Right Notepads. Glad I got these in. I'm jealous of this one. Looks pretty good. So happy with that one. That was great. Alright, so I got another packet. Another 3 packets. I may give these away. Something like that. Maybe another round sticker. I have one of these on my laptop. Oh, my laptop's run out of space for stickers. Probably have room for this somewhere. Yeah, I don't. Oh, I have a In the Pines sticker. That was my favorite sticker. Do it, man. Go out at night, run a little recon, make sure she's asleep, you know, and then load up the yard with the lawn. All right, next. This is a surprise. So, does anyone recognize that box? Can anyone tell me where this box is from? Oh, is that what that means, TJ?
I want to say art snacks.
Sorry, I'm talking so much. So those are Shown Design pens.
Oh.
Got an email from Ian Shown of Shown Design, as one does. Says, hey man, I got something I want to send you. What's your address? Extent of the email. So I said, yes please. And I'm going on a trip, so I'll send a chat. And time it when I get back. She said, okay. Never told me what it was. So I get home yesterday, I'm looking through the mail stuff and see this box, and I knew at some point this week I was going to do an unboxing. And asked Ian, can I show this? I don't know what it is. Can I show this? Can I unbox this on stream, or is this something we need to keep secret, like between you and me? So he said, no, go for it, show it. So I have no clue what he sent me, so let's see.
Drum roll.
I set all these things up, and I worry sometimes are they going to fall flat. Like, it's like, oh, thanks, Ian. Thanks for that, buddy. I already got 10 of your pens. What did you just send me? But they usually don't. So let's open this up. Ian said I could open up live on stream. I don't have to keep it secret, but let's find out. All right. Have a good trip. Best, Ian Shown. P.S. This is for your wife. Oh man, he was watching. So I don't know if y'all remember me saying this. I think on the podcast, or where did I say this? Yeah, it was on the podcast. So he must have heard this. So there's Ian's handwriting. No chance y'all can read that, but I read it. So I was talking about packing for London and what pens I was bringing, and I said she stole my pen. Oh my god. So I can't open this all the way because he wrote her a note in here. So he said, heard you like Brad's Lisa Frank pen, now you can have your own. Enjoy. Best wishes, Ian Shown. How great is that guy? So let's see if I can open this without ruining it for my wife. I don't know if she's watching right now. Yeah, I can open it without ruining it for her. So she's got her own Lisa Frank pen now. Damn. What a good dude. And it comes with a notebook. Oh, speaking of Right Notepads, he makes Ian's notebooks that he packs in with the pens. See? Right Notepads. So, Ian, thank you so much, man. You didn't just make my day, you made my wife's day. So I will be sure to give this to her. I'm actually going to see her in a little bit. She's off today. So, Ian has great packaging too, by the way. Really nice job. So yeah, the 2 pens, I carried 1 pen with me for the entire trip, and to London and to Tampa, and it was my Shown Design pen. I just love it that much. It travels well. You're not going to get any leak or anything because it uses the Fisher Space Pen refill. So when we went over our packing list, man, that Ian, good dude, good dude. Thank you, Ian. All right, this next thing is what I'm all about here at Pen Addict. So, this is a letter, and it is from App Camp for Girls. So, if y'all know me, and if you're a Pen Addict member, sorry, I'm gonna rip this on here. I'm in a very lucky place where, you know, I've been able to make a career out of talking about pens online, and I never want to forget, you know, that without y'all's support, you know, I'm not able to do this, and I want to you know, I never want to take anything.
I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna go microwave my tea because it is cold. My tea is hot now, so I'm gonna go back to what I was doing.
I'll do for me for granted, so I'm going to pay that forward by donating to people and causes that I believe in. And App Camp for Girls was the last donation I made. Part of the Pen Addict members newsletter, they get to see these donations that I make once per quarter, usually $250. So I just donated, you know, for everyone who's interested. You know, I can prove the donations. You don't ever want to say, hey, I did this and not do it. But there's, you know, my donation, $250. Thanks to you guys. Like, everything you do for me is amazing, and I want to take some of that amazement and send it to other people who I think will put it to good use. And App Camp for Girls is one of the people that I support regularly with regular donations. So thank y'all for allowing me to do something like this. And I, you know, this wasn't really an unboxing, but this is something I just wanted to mention on the stream, that I'll be doing. One of my goals with Twitch is to do a lot of good for charity, and this has turned out to be a really good platform for that. And that's something that we'll work on later in the year and on into next year as my Twitch stream grows, and we'll put it to good use. So thank you for letting me do this. It's great. All right, last one. This is from Tech Accessories. I need another drink here. Sorry, I'm double fisting today, so I got the rest of my coffee and I have a Coke Zero over here. So. Sorry, I'm just thirsty. I'm up. I'm someone who always has to have a drink by their side. I don't care if it's water, coffee, Coke, anything like that. I'm a drinker, just not that kind. All right, last one for today. Tech accessories. I first met them online.
Another round after this one, and then I'll be ready to decrease.
First met them online several years ago on the Pen Addict blog. They made a pen called the Pico pen, and it was a small keychain pen. Sorry, just checking the notes here, see if there's anything I need. Called the Pico pen, and it was a keychain pen that actually worked. So not all of these keychain pens actually work and do what they're supposed to do, which is write when you need them and stay out of the way when you don't. So it's hard to have a good pen on a keychain. It's generally too big, but they figured out a way to do it. So you can go back on the blog and find a whole review of the Pico pen, P-I-C-O. So earlier this year, they came up with a new pen design. Lil MVP, thank you so much for the Prime sub. I really appreciate it. That's amazing. Thank y'all so much for doing this. Earlier this year, they came up with a project called the Coaxis Rail Pen, which I was a supporter of. They advertised on the blog, given all the full disclosures. They are an advertiser. They do send me products from time to time for review at no charge. And their rail pen, so this Kickstarter was fulfilled, months ago, and they're about done with production. I was a backer of it. They had this really cool blue raspberry design that I supported, and I kind of did it, I don't want to say sight unseen, but I didn't have the product in my hand. But I know the people behind Tech Accessories, they make good pens. And this was such a wild freaking pen that there was no doubt that I was going to back it myself. So, they sent me one of the hot off the presses rail pens. Now, if this isn't...
Oh, this dumb fucking thing!
You've ever seen, I don't know what it is. I've never held one before. I don't even know if I know how to make it work. I have I think I kind of remember from the video on the Kickstarter campaign, but it's basically a pocket pen, very thin. It does have some good weight to it, like it's not air or light.
This thing is so fucking dumb. I think we eviscerated it on BYOB. We were like, what is this fucking shit? This is dumb. This is ridiculous. Why? What the hell? Ugh.
But it's this design that they made to, let's see if I can do this and show you. So this motion right here, engages the refill. And I don't know if you can see it completely, but the refill is a D1 size refill, and it goes all the way up through this area here, and engages just by this slider. So I'm sure probably just pull out to replace the refill, so you can get some cool gel ink pens. Now, it does have a really nice little short clip. It's very firm, taut. You might think that this profile is hard to write with, and it will be if you have an unnatural grip. I have a standard tripod grip. This actually, just with my eyes closed, first grab, it's in a perfectly comfortable writing position.
I gotta go grab my other set of needles. Be right back in 2 seconds. There we are. Will I finish this hat? Well, in the span of a Brad stream, who knows?
Position. Yeah, this is not a joke pen. This is here. I mean, you can't really tell by that, but this is rock solid, really firm, really mechanism, and I can have, if you have a traditional pen grip, you can just grab it and go. So like, you would think there's no way I can hold this pen to write with, but it's actually kind of, it's a bit of a no-brainer. Like, my thumb fits all the way across the main flat section, index finger on the top rail, middle finger across the bottom edge. So it's really, really comfortable. So it's made, man, I don't know what refill this is. It's pretty nice. So it's made to be like an EDC pen. Throw it in your pocket and go type of pen. You know, I'm not going to want to write a novel with this, right? I mean, it's not going to be that comfortable for a long writing session. But EDC pens generally are. It's actually very comfortable just to write with. Basic notes, you know, portable notebooks, you know, they go good with mine. It is at least half the thinness of the Moleskine rectangular pen, if not more. And I'm one of the few people that love the Moleskine rectangular pen because my grip fits. This is at least half, if not closer to a third, of the thickness of the Moleskine rectangular pen. So that's a good pen that I keep handy for comparisons. I wish they still made those gel refills. Man, those are great. So let's see here. So on my right notepads book, like, it can just slide, clip in the top. Keeps it pretty thin here. It does slide. The clip's not Loctite, so it will slide. Sorry. So it will slide off there, but that's better for like a shirt pocket. You know, if I did it through multiple pages, it would stick, you know, on there like this. But, you know, it's a good profile if you're just carrying a pen in a notebook. You can carry that. So the construction quality of this, like I was bragging on Chris's notebooks a minute ago. I mean, there's not a rattle in this pen whatsoever. I mean, it is rock solid. Has some weight to it. The mechanism, I mean, how cool is that? Like a Zippo. I don't know. This is going to be a problem because I like it so much. Sorry. I'm impressed. I can't wait to get the blueberry one that I backed on this. I'll do a review of this pen soon. Yeah, so it's anodized black and looks like a brass or gold piece up here in the front. And then the rails are, I don't know what they're made of. They're titanium. Doesn't say what the parts are. So, okay, here, I'll read you the little marketing thing that came with me. It's really short. Available in multiple metals, including ultralight aluminum and aerospace grade titanium. Select from many spectacular anodized colors and unique coatings. So, there you go. And this little packaging they sent is really nice, heavy duty. So yeah, so this is a black anodized model. I ordered a blueberry something. It's like a really wild colored purple and red. Really pleased with this. I gotta say, I expected it to be good. This is better than I expected. I will definitely carry this pen around a lot. And I'm sorry. I'm just thinking about this pen a lot. It's really good. It's so solid. I can't remember how much this model went for. $50 maybe? $60? I can't remember because the model I bought like one of the high-end crazy models. I think I paid like $90 for the one that I ordered. Something like that. So I hope to see it soon. But yeah, that's pretty cool. Little tech accessory sticker came with it. I'm guessing they'll come in all the packaging. So yeah, let me throw this back in its home real quick so I can transport it. But yeah, that's that was the unboxing for today. I do have a big Jet Pens unboxing coming up soon. Once that package arrives, probably save that for next week. I think it's coming in this week, and I almost threw the whole pen out. Y'all have any questions for me before I wrap up this stream? am going to go hang out in the Destiny directory for a little bit. I got a new controller while I was at Guardian Con. By the boop. Which clip is that? We'll have to always check the clips after the end. That's a cool thing that I didn't know was a thing on Twitch. So as a viewer, that's okay. This gave me a chance to talk about it. The clips are little snippets you can take of me doing anything on the clip, mostly something stupid or funny at my expense. So they're kind of cool. I can go see which clips were made, and then I can share them out. Like if they can be just a couple seconds long. Some have been like a minute or two. Clips of just me talking about something. Like I'll go back, like I was talking earlier, I'll go back and make a clip of what I said about the right notepads and send that. You can just send that link to Chris. And what's cool is they make these funny names: Better, Dead, Otter, Franken, Stinkin. That's like auto-generated by Twitch. Schmevelin, why am I not going to San Francisco? Because you're not coming here to babysit my kids for 5 days. That's what it boils down to. Family stuff. Any plans for Knock to be at the Colorado Pen Show? Not this year. Oh, I'm not even done. I'm glad you said that, Bob. I have more stuff to show. It wasn't in my pile. I have new Knock stuff. Brand new thing. You're always gonna see this thing. Yeah, it's actually because when my wife works a weekend, she'll work 3 or 4 days in a row. So if it matches up with a pen, and I know it pretty far ahead of time. So if it matches up poorly with a pen show, I'm out. San Francisco got the hammer this year. So did Chicago back earlier this year. Neither one of those could I make for the family stuff. I hope to next year. San Francisco is probably my favorite pen show to go to. If I could just pick a pen show to attend and not vend, I would pick San Francisco. It's a cool vibe, cool environment. Alright, before I show you my controller, and before I end this stream and go to the Destiny directory, I hope y'all follow me over there. We'll talk about pens and stuff over there, just while I play video games. Y'all seen me carry mine around, but we finally have these in stock to look out. Or not in stock yet. Don't quote me on that. They have arrived. They're not up for sale yet, but the Mandarin Steel, just like the Sinclairs and the Brass Hounds, now available in the lookout for your purchasing pleasure. Should I have these
That's not new. I was hoping new model.
It's the killer color. This is the color you want when you're carrying your pens in another case, like in a backpack or something, because you can see it like crazy. We still sell the most black, but this color's so good, especially for other bags that you're putting in. Now y'all are getting the super sneak preview. We do have lookouts in stock, just not this one yet, but next week probably. The next one's a brand new case. It's a very simple case, very understated. Well, it's not understated, you know us, it's not understated. This is in the low end of the case market because it's just for pencils. I don't think I've shown this yet, so someone can clip this and say that Brad showed the new Knock case on there. But we wanted to make a pencil case dedicated for pencils. We obviously have the long skinny chimney top, which we use for pencils. We wanted like a true pencil pouch, and what better idea than to actually make it pencil colored.
Oh my god, I need it.
Your yellow pencil, your pink eraser, and your gray graphite, and you even have a new Knock pencil logo with the underbar for the Knock right there. So we had super fun making this. It's just a really, really neat little case you can carry around. Fits full-size black wings, of course. I've been waiting for these for 6 months. I mean, that's just how production goes. Like, I've wanted to share this earlier, but I never know when they're going to arrive. Well, they've arrived. I can't wait to get these in y'all's hands. These will probably be for sale late this week because I do have enough of these in. The orange lookouts are going to be available next week because I don't have all of them in stock yet. These I do. So I'm pretty excited about this, and I don't know how close up I can get this. but even the pencil has like the little green band and the little pink eraser, like a traditional Ticonderoga or something like that. So it's just an open seamed case on the inside. It's there's no binding on the inside. It's just a pouch, but it's a pencil pouch in the truest sense of the word. So
shit.
We want this will hold.
I was supposed to decrease this round.
2 fat cucumbers, not really the long ones though, Michael. So we'll have to send you one and see what you can actually stick in there. I'd actually kind of like to see some jalapenos in this case, some green jalapenos, because I think it would match very prettily, and you could stuff them all in there, and you could probably get quite a few in there, probably 8 or 10 maybe. So I'm thinking jalapeno case for this one, as opposed to cucumbers. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with this case. Price to be finalized. I don't want to say the wrong price before I post them up, but they're inexpensive relative to our other products. They're around the chimney top price. Chimney tops are $17, so this will be in that price, if not maybe even cheaper. So it's just something cool we wanted to do. I'm pretty excited about that. So we'll have these available soon. So you're the first to see them. So hooray, y'all! And now for anyone who clicked that and shares it out, they will be the second one. So, all right, that is actually all the pen stuff I have. But I am going to go into a gaming stream. I'm going to end this stream. I'll come back if you follow along, if you have alerts, things like that. You'll see me when I come back in probably 15-20 minutes. I'm going to be playing a video game called Destiny. So your controller is expensive when it comes with its own like molded case to protect it. But I've been looking at these controllers for about a year. You don't need this. This was a frivolous purchase. This is why I need to sell pens, because I spent a lot of money on a PlayStation controller. But look at it. It's purple and pink and blue and black, and it's grippy. So yeah, I'm gonna come back and play Destiny with this. Set up my new controller. So picked that up at Guardian Con this week. So that was my big purchase from the trip. I bought no pens, no stationery in London. So I bought a game controller at Guardian Con in Tampa, Florida when I came back. So anyway, if y'all don't have any questions for me, we'll leave it open to questions here for just a minute. We'll wrap this up, and then if y'all just want to come and hang out, watch me get slaughtered by aliens in Destiny. I will play a little bit of PvP because I have some missions to finish up for this week's reset. We can talk about pens while I fly around and play Space Wizard / Space Barbie. One of the reasons I like Destiny is because you get to dress up and make your clothes, make your gear look nice. So it's pretty cool. I call it Space Barbie, but it's a fun game. I enjoy it.
I need to switch needles.
And I'll talk to y'all in a few. Love you. Thanks so much, everyone who followed, donated, subscribed, all the things.
Yeah.
We're going to be doing a lot more here the rest of the year. So stay tuned to me on Twitch, right here at this channel. And we'll be doing a lot this year, so stay tuned. I'll talk to y'all later. I appreciate it. Thanks.
I'll just go backwards with this. Okay. Sorry, I had to switch to, technically they're size 6s, but I don't really care that much, but like I gotta magic loop it because the diameter is getting too small. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw up. I'm going to throw up on the little viewer thing. I had a little bit left of Independence Mike's live stream from last Friday that I still have to watch. So that should get me through the last bit of this. And then I can wash and block this and get it going.
I've heard people describe LaCroix as like the ghost of a fruit drink or something like that. Yeah, it's kind of weird. If it's not new Code Red, you can't get it in the UK. I never liked Code Red. But I don't like cherry stuff. It's not my jam. You can't get the Canadian version with a regular amount of caffeine. Oh, for US sodas for Jolt Cola. Jolt was never that popular in the US. Like, it's not a mainstream drink. It's one of the things you can find like in a store every once in a while. This stuff tastes like just, I don't know, fermented ass. It is gross. You can like taste the caffeine. It just tastes like a chemical. Other than water, you drink coffee. Yeah, me too. Yeah, Audrey's currently got a giant Red Bull that she. Yeah, Audrey's got her wings from Red Bull. Let's see. Orangina. I've never had that.
Orangina.
Orangina? Audrey is cackling at the ridiculousness of that name.
It's Orangina.
No, that's a real drink. I've seen it. Yeah, that's the one. Kick the diet do habit by being super sick over Christmas break and then quitting cold turkey. Not noticing the NutraSweet headache. It's not a NutraSweet headache. It is the caffeine that gives you the headache. That's the thing you're addicted to. You wish Mountain Dew did more diet flavors?
Orangina.
Yeah, I mean, I guess. Is that Diet Coke? Yeah. So Audrey had one of the new Diet Coke flavors. They're doing all these like fruit flavored Diet Cokes. And it was spicy cherry, and apparently it's got like cinnamon or some kind of spicy stuff in it, but it made Audrey like immediately ill. Like her stomach and throat and mouth just burned. Yeah, like not in a spicy way, but just like an ache. Like gave her a stomach and throat ache. And then she Googled it, and there are widespread reports that stuff is burning people down. So don't get spicy cherry. Joel with a dare, yeah, it's gross. Orangina? Oh. Orangina. I mean, whatever this made up fairy tale drink. I was going to keep saying Orangina, because that's okay. Let's see, what's some of the most dodgy adverts you ever see? Oh, interesting. I've never seen any. Cinnamon soda is grody? Yeah, I believe it. So everybody knows it's Orangina. I've only ever seen like one bottle or can or something. Yeah, this sounds dirty? Yeah, it does. That's why Audrey was giggling in the front seat like a schoolgirl. Spicy cherry was icky. The lime was bad too. Don't try the lime. I think Audrey's off of those. She's not gonna try anymore. It's not even gonna repeat what Audrey just said. She's foul. Yeah.
I gotta go get my darning needle or my yarn needle because I forgot to bring that over here too. Like a pro.
She's gonna laugh more if I start talking about the Kung Fu fountain pen, which is very unfortunate for sure. English language is full of pronunciation pitfalls. That's crazy. San Pellegrino lemon. I haven't had San Pellegrino. I think I've only had the orange though. And I mean it's okay, but I'm not a big fan. It's more like seltzer than the others. And I don't really like seltzer that much. Which fountain pen? Oh, the Platinum 3776 Kung Fu. Kumpoo. Kung Fu. Yeah. Just came out. How did it pass for a name? Oh, because it's named after like a resort town in Japan or something, I think. And Pellegrino lemon is too sharp. Yeah. Yeah, look it up. It's a really cool looking pen. It just dropped. I think I'll probably skip it. It's a little more expensive than I'd like. Although those waves look really rad. And I was looking at, I think it was Anderson Pens had a video up of it on Instagram or something where they were unscrewing the cap from the body. And it looks totally awesome when you unscrew it just because of the way the waves move. I don't know. We'll have to look at the texture. Does it have a texture on the outside? Like, can you feel the waves on the outside, or is it just smooth? I haven't seen one in person yet. You get the Lavenda for a heck of a deal? Yeah, good. Yeah, those... Did you get... Oh, you got the pink one, didn't you? Yeah. Yeah, it's like $260 or something. It's up there. I'm not sure why they jacked it up so much, but... Oh, the waves on the outside, not the inside. Well, now I kind of want it. That's cool. And they look rad, so... I actually really like their textured pens. The Nice Pure is my hands-down favorite from them, I think. So, you know. Sorry. He's apologizing because now I want it. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Jesse, I know. I know. But also, those platinum pens are great. There's... Yeah. Well, you got one that was... I think your pink one was a little bit too dry. You had to, like, wet it up a little bit. Oh, not a big fan of 3776. Don't like the nibs on them. Even the UK price is a bit steep. Huh. Can't justify the special edition of the base model so much cheaper on Amazon. Yeah, the base models are real cheap on Amazon. Like, even in the US, they're like $75 for like the burger. I don't know, I'm gonna say burgundy. I'm not gonna try the French.
Bourgeon?
Yeah, I mean, I got my Nice Pure when it was cheaper. I think it was like 100 and... I forget, it was before they raised the price. So 130, maybe 150. Here's 195 pounds from Colton, so about 240. Still got a deal. In the US, like 260 is the street price, which is a little steep. A little steep. Oh, Rakuten? Yeah. It's a... Is it cheaper there? Have you checked? No. Yeah, get a shirt from Japan, I guess, if you can. 195 pounds is too much. We can get it in 600 for 210. Yeah, we can't come close to those prices here. Waiting on a custom 74 to arrive. Oh yeah, those are really good. Debating between that and the 3776. They're very different feeling pens. Which is weird because they're basically the same shape. They do feel very differently. The nibs are very different. The Custom 74 is much wetter in my experience than any of the Platinums. Most places in Europe have the Kung-Fu for $330. So about 200. Yeah, that's about right. Prefer the Custom 74s? Yeah. I mean, they're both very good. I've got both. So, yeah, I like them. Alright folks, very different pens indeed. Yeah, super different. Just different in all ways, really. But very good. Both are good. I do kind of wish there were more 3776s. Like, I mean, they have like 3 or 4 different colors, but not that many. If they would do some special editions of those or something, I would get more. I don't have an orange one. I still don't have an orange one yet. What's the music choice for the road trips? Audrey controls the radio. It's currently off because YouTube will give me a copyright strike if I have any music in the background. Actually, that video I did where I was building IKEA furniture, I had some like classical music playing in the background, and I couldn't even hear it, but YouTube sent me an email saying, hey, at this time code, you played, this music was on your video, and so now if you post it, there will be ads on it, and the ad revenue will go to that person. So I know, right? So the music has been off for a while, but Audrey controls the radio. We've got the Sirius XM thing, so I don't know, whatever's on. When I drive, I put on podcasts, and Audrey endures them. I like to listen to talk radio when I drive. I'm not really a music guy. Yeah. So I don't know, I'll probably see whatever's on XM. But, waiting on an orange, an arrow and burn orange, and Carrot's Custom ink in orange to be arriving around the same time. Hey, nice. Yeah, I'm glad that Carrot's Custom brought back the orange. They were having a bit of a problem with their anodizer and orange stuff. Yeah. Oh yeah, for like 2 or 3 years they haven't had oranges. I've got an orange fountain pen. Podcast recommendation. My favorite podcast just ended. It's called We Have Concerns. There are like 600 episodes of it, and I'm going to leave those up. So check out We Have Concerns. It's kind of like comedy, science, philosophy, and they're only like 18 to 20 minutes long. There's about 2 guys who are like comedian, presenter sort of dudes. They're very good. That's probably my favorite. I also listen to the Giant Beast Cast. I know one of the guys on there. It's like a video game podcast. I listen to Put Your Hands Together with Cameron Esposito and Rita Butcher. It's just a comedy stand-up show basically. There's podcast, the stand-up show. I don't listen to any gardening podcasts actually, none at all. The Orange Diplomat is awesome looking. Anyways, I listen to Philosophize This. I've listened to Philosophize This like 2 or 3 times. I haven't really gotten into it, probably because I do philosophy as a profession, and so, I don't know, when I'm listening to podcasts, I don't want it to feel like work. But I just haven't really gotten into any philosophy podcasts. So I've got Philosophize This, I've got, there's one called like History of Philosophy Without Any Breaks or something like that. I forget, I've listened to that once or twice. There are like 2 or 3 philosophy podcasts, but I haven't really listened to too many. There are a couple of history podcasts I listen to. Although I can't remember the Hardcore History, I'll listen to one of those if they have an interesting series going on. I'll listen to the one called The Dollop that I used to listen to. Nice to see you. He has a really nice start. He's got great landscaping, good plants. Seattle is a good place to grow plants, I guess. Yeah, Matt does good stuff out there. Nice.
There we go. And there we have a hat. I'm gonna go put this in a bath now so it can block. Yeah. Cool. Thanks for watching, guys. What's our time on this? 2 hours, knit a hat. It's about right. It's about my standard, because that also includes when I took breaks and stuff. Yeah, it's about right. Okay, so thank you for watching, everybody, and anyone who watches later. Might be back earlier this morning, stream, doing some ink reviews. I don't know. Who knows? I need to text Brad and be like, hey, 1, you need any help with the Knox stuff you mentioned in the morning? 2, can I just show up and buy one of those pencil cases? Because I need one. Okay. See you guys. Bye.